Hey, I'm Ben,
I'm Maddie.
and welcome to our channel.
Today we're going to give you a tour of our living room.
Come on in. Our house was built in 1949 and it is a little under 700 square feet. And we purchased it 8 years ago and we're loving every minute of it.
When we purchased the home, it did not look anything like this. However, we knew that it had good bones. I would say that the overall vibe and mood of our house is vintage maximalist. We love color, mixing prints, especially floral prints, whether that's in fabric or in pictures, as you'll see. I also love to point out that most of our items in our home are not new. We love to source our furniture secondhand, off marketplace, vintage, flea markets, or handmade. You'll see that a lot of our tables and other items have been handmade by Ben. So we really try to have lots of items that have character and are not just store-bought and easily accessible anywhere you go.
So as you can see, we're maximalists, but there's a few colors and color stories, if you will, that we stick with. Yellow is my favorite color, so we chose this kind of soft, warm, goldenish yellow for the walls. And I'm a set designer, so this is actually a color I used on a set, and I loved it so much that I took a sample of it because it was a random mixed color, and we had it matched and made. We love like kind of this minty green pop, but different variations of it, as you can see. So I'm a woodworker, if you don't know that already. So I love making custom shelves of different sizes, stuff that just isn't normal. For instance, we redecorate our living room all the time. I know it's small and you're like, how do you redecorate it? But it's just what we do. We move all the furniture around and make fun different configurations. So when we have our couch against this wall, I wanted a shelf behind it that we could display some stuff on, but that didn't stick out so much. So I made this really skinny, low profile shelf, and normally I'll put like records on it during Christmas time, but we just love the potential that it gives without taking up too much space.
So a little bit about our furniture. I'm sitting on one of our favorite pieces, which is a second-hand piece of Rachel Ashwell's Shabby Chic, which is one of our favorite brands. This is that brand and our couch, which we'll show you, but both were sourced off Marketplace for a fraction of what they cost new. They're all going on 10 plus years old and are still so comfortable. We love it. The pillows on here are also Shabby Chic, and then we have some Ralph Lauren print. We like to mix kind of the Southwestern with floral and denims and all kinds of different textures. But yes, our biggest inspiration is definitely Shabby Chic vibe mixed with the classic effortlessness of Ralph Lauren.
And I don't usually sit on this table, but it is so well built because I built it.
Oh.
I think it pairs nicely with our Ralph Lauren and Shabby Chic vibe, with just this kind of British, Americana, primitive kind of style that we create. Yeah. I also built this TV shelf out of an old slab of wood because we do live in the mountains, so we like to bring in a few pieces of kind of rustic mountain style.
Well, we mix the rustic a little bit also with very ultra feminine things. As you can see, we have floral prints all over the place. One of my favorites is that oil painting up there. It just makes you just feel a certain way, and I love the colors. We also love warm romantic lighting. So we have no fluorescent lighting in here, lots of lamps. Our lamps are really special to me. Ben has gotten all of them from all kinds of places, mostly like eBay and things. But my favorite one is this little cabin, which reminds me of our house. And I love these lamps with little French lampshades that my mom got me for Christmas.
Yeah, this one I got her. It's like the perfect night light at night. And it's actually vintage restoration hardware.
We really love the look of English cottages, especially their ceilings and how usually there are exposed beams. So we tried to emulate that in our home. We put shiplap on top of the beams and left them exposed. And now something we do that I absolutely love that we recently started doing about 2 years ago is drying flowers from our garden, and then Ben comes up here and hangs them. Usually when we have guests over, they're like, "What are these for?" And we're like, why not? So really we just like the look of how they look. They just give a great texture, and when flowers dry, they are the most beautiful faded colors. We replace them every once in a while as they start to get a little dusty, but they're always a talking point whenever anybody comes over to our house.
One of the first things we did when we got the house was the ceiling was kind of caving in, I suppose. So we ripped off the drywall from that, and we discovered the full dimension 2x4s from back in the 40s, and I loved them so much that I wanted to show them off. So we did shiplap on top of them, and we just love the rustic look it gives. And then we sourced these antique Spanish chandeliers, and we just love the juxtaposition of like crystal chandelier with a rustic ceiling. Like, how can you get better than that? So with having a house on the smaller side, finding furniture pieces that fit our needs is a little tricky, but I use my woodworking skills to make custom things out of reclaimed wood. So I've made these kind of side tables out of wood I found, and then they also double as a TV tray. And yeah, we found all the bricks from around the property because this whole wall originally in the 40s was a built-in fireplace with a chimney going up. But the previous owner took it down, and I had to scavenge the yard for all the bricks to recreate this. And yeah, we love it. Also, 10 points to anyone that can spot our Harry Styles paper doll.
I would definitely say that some of my favorite things Ben has made are all of these shelves in our living room. Because we are maximalists and we just can't help ourselves with all this pretty vintage stuff. It's really nice to have shelves at different heights, different shapes, how far they stick out of the wall. It just gives a lot of potential for all kinds of texture and variety and different heights in the room, which I think definitely helps add to the overall coziness of the vibe, because we can put our electric candles throughout, extra lamps, little tea light votives. So especially in the winter time, we're super cozy in here. So we thought we would share each our 3 favorite pieces in our living room. My first favorite thing Ben's going to get down and show you is what are these called?
Sampler.
Oh, thank you. It's called a sampler. and we got this in Orange County at an antique store, and I just love what it says. It says, "Dear house, you're really very small, just big enough for love, that's all." And if you look at the bottom, they kind of look like Ben and I, so I think it's very cute. My second favorite piece that we have, well, I love everything we have because we've picked it out together, but I do really love this oil painting. It's very, very old, and it's of waves crashing in the ocean. I absolutely love the colors. I love the back with the really old wooden frame, and I just love the feeling that it gives me. Plus, I love the size. It doesn't take up too much wall space, but we put this in our bathroom, we put it in our bedroom, so we move it around throughout the house also. Okay, and the last item I'll choose is, I love all of our squishy, comfy down pillows, but this print in particular, it is a vintage Ralph Lauren print that I just love, with the faded red and then faded like indigo denim floral print. Also, every time we wash it, it just gets softer and softer and more comfortable, and I just think it's really timeless, and the print is busy but complements all of our other floral prints, so I just love it. We have lots of this print throughout the house in smaller versions and larger versions of the pillow.
And Quincy loves it too.
Quincy loves all the pillows.
And if I were to choose 3 items, I would have to go number 1 is my antique gardening book, which has all of the best knowledge. And it is from 2006. No, 1946. So it's got just everything about all the plants. Also, whenever there's a garden problem, yes. Also, any book by Monty Don, best gardener in the world, and beautiful fella. And my second favorite item would have to be this picture of our house that I found when we were cleaning up our house. It is an original picture from the 50s or 40s of the family out there gardening in front of the house. So
I would also like to say that's one of my favorites too, but I let him have it.
It is very hard to choose only 3 items, but I think my third must be my crystal collection, because I've collected crystals and rocks my whole life. So this is a small part of the collection. I always mix in some new things depending on the vibe.
Scrub some clean with a toothbrush.
Yeah, toothbrush, Windex, and Dawn dish soap. I just have a party.
It's an all-day event. And I know that we mentioned we don't have a lot of new things in our house, but I will say, even with our tiny house, I always prioritize my walking pad. For some people have never heard of a walking pad, that just means it's a treadmill without arms and it only goes the speed of fast walking. But if you've never heard of one, or you need to get more exercise, I highly recommend a walking pad positioned towards your TV with your favorite reality show on, or Gilmore Girls if you ask me, and it's just such a relaxing, awesome way to get your exercise. So that is one new thing we have in our house. And here's Marv. He came to say hi. One thing I will say about our house is that it is very lived in. The dogs hop on everything. The cats are all over everything. Nothing is too precious that all of us can't enjoy it.
Because they live here too.
Yes, they do. And I think that that just adds to the overall comfort of the space. I do have to vacuum every day, but that is okay.
And we hope you enjoyed this living room tour, and we'll see you next time. Comment what you want to see.
Yeah, or if you have any questions of items you saw in the video or anything like that, we would love to respond and we'd love to hear from you. And I think next up is a bedroom tour.
Maybe.
Comment if you'd like to see that.
See you next time.
Bye.
Keep them, you know, wanting to come back. Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Maddie. Oh my god, you can't even.
I got starstruck.
By what?
The stars. God damn it. Our house was built in 1949 and it is a little over 700 square feet. Under. Shut up!
Are you gonna enter from the hole?
Yep.
Okay.
But we just. Oh, I kind of lost my train of thought there.
Okay, we just love the potential. And to the true antique. I still don't know what to say. Maybe I shouldn't mention that.